It is a packed house in Assembly Hall tonight. Everybody fired up about this Big Ten Conference Championship team. They won their first title outright this year. The fans happy to see Mackenzie Holmes back on the court, along with Grace Berger. Grace Berger going to make her last appearance today in an Indiana uniform here in Assembly Hall, trying to advance the Hoosiers ahead. And they'll face Miami and Haley Cavender, who leads the way as we jump it up here in Bloomington. And Indiana with the first possession in their white jerseys with the crimson trim, and Miami with their orange jerseys and the green and white trim. Grace Berger going to work, and Miami with the rebound. Let's look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Capital One. Destiny Harden and Haley Cavender lead the way with over 12 points each for the Hurricanes. Jasmine Roberts had a terrific game the other night against Oklahoma State. Jalea Williams and Pendande inside right there, getting the first score of the game. And the bucket for Indiana, the bucket for Miami, allows the Hurricanes to pick up full court, and that's what we're expecting to see as we look at the Indiana starting lineup. Mentioned Holmes and Berger combining again. There's Mackenzie Holmes, Moore McNeil at the point guard, Parrish, and Garzone, who is one three-pointer away from breaking the freshman three-point record here at Indiana.
Yeah, both teams, Brenda, coming out hot, taking their time, being real patient, getting the ball inside in the paint.
And that's going to be a fun matchup between Pendande and Holmes.
Yes, I mean, Holmes is going to be a handful.
Garzone puts the ball on the floor, and one and done for the Hoosiers.
And that's what Miami's going to have to do, rebound and run, get themselves in a position to get easy buckets.
Harden goes inside to Pendande, and the bucket goes. 4 points for her early. Indiana has advanced to the Sweet 16 each of the last 2 years, trying to make it 3 in a row under Terry Morin. Miami last year got to the second round, but they faced a #1 seed last year, South Carolina, of course, the eventual national champion. Moore McNeil off to Holmes, facing up. Another empty possession for Indiana.
Miami doing a great job on the defensive end, getting.
Destiny Harden knocks down the three.
Yeah, Miami just clicking on all cylinders right now. Defense, starting with the defensive end, making it difficult for Indiana to get good looks right now.
And it's a very different start for Miami.
Yeah, they usually come out and punch you first.
That one gets away from Harden. It will stay Indiana basketball. So Miami going inside early, and then the outside three-pointer by Harden.
Well, like really attacking, getting all the defense to get in the lane, and Harden hits an open three.
Harden just a 27% three-point shooter on the year. She had 11 points in the opening round against Oklahoma State.
Nice.
Grace Berger mid-range, that's what she does best.
Yeah, Indiana's really stepping out on the screens, and so she just rejected the screen and got a clean open look.
Haley Cavender. Harden goes inside. One-on-one against Holmes.
Wow.
And Pendande already with 6 points.
Yeah, you can tell right now that Miami's game plan is get the ball inside. They want high percentage shots.
And Mackenzie Holmes was voted Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, but right now they're going to test her. She was out the first game with soreness in her knee, so you can see Miami's going to try to attack her right away.
Absolutely, just attacking the basket. Pendande has a little bit of length on her just because of her wingspan, her arm span.
Sarah Scalia the transfer from Minnesota, number 14, checking into the game for Indiana. Berger curls off the screen. Garzone, too strong.
Yeah, good defense, good recovery on the three-point shot by Harden.
Cavender, one of the smallest players on the court, listed at 5'6", gets the offensive board.
She just kind of wormed her way into the lane with under everybody.
She uses the ball screen and can't convert. Grace Berger averages 12.5 points a game for Indiana. She had that injury earlier this year that took her out of the lineup for 8 games as a turnover on Indiana.
Well, defense is speeding Indiana up. They're just not letting them get their feet set, and yeah, just took off. Got to put the ball down first.
Terry Morin looking on. She told her team, come in here and be confident. Everything you did this year led to this moment. To be a #1 seed on your home court, play with confidence. Spinning, and this time Pendande going up and over Lily Meister, who's in the game.
Yeah. Pendante, she's putting on a clinic right now inside, using different moves, but really penetrating or spinning and getting closer to the basket.
8 points on 4 of 5 from the field for the senior from Spain. Berger steps back. Nope.
Well, and Indiana's only getting 1 shot. They're not going to the boards. Looks like they're really worried about Miami's transition.
Next whistle will take us to a media timeout. Cavender, step back. No. And a hustle play by Roberts. That's what Indiana's concerned about. And there's the second chance points coming from a huge three-pointer from Harden off the offensive board.
Well, it starts with second chance points, and Miami is crashing the boards. And what are they doing? It gives them a chance to kick the ball out and get a clean look three-pointer. Miami is clicking on all cylinders on offense.
The NCAA Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Well, in their comeback win on Saturday, Lola Pendande scored 8 points in the critical third quarter. She's come out tonight and had 8 points in this first quarter.
Well, she's been at the right place at the right time, and they're really doing a great job. When she catches, she's moving, she's spinning, she's powering her way towards the basket. She is not standing still. So making Indiana have to really try to keep them in front of her, and she's done a great job of finishing thus far.
This Miami team only scored 10 points in the first quarter the other night in the first round. They've already scored 14. Pendande with the 8 points. Miami on a 7-0 run to lead by 10 over Indiana, the #1 seed. Mackenzie Holmes back on the court. Meister had come in to spell her right before the media timeout. And Sarah Scalia with the drive on the baseline.
Yeah, great shot. They got the defense up and attacked the basket.
Good defensive stop for Indiana. Oh, Destiny Harden called for the foul.
Wow, tough call.
Harden thought she had that one.
Yeah, and Harden looks like she just jumped the direction that she went, and yeah, I don't know.
And a timeout called on the court. Katie Meyer not happy about that call. Miami leads by 8. Miami up 14-6 here in the first quarter. A very different start than they had in their first round game. And after their remarkable comeback, head coach Katie Meyer was very emotional.
I really got a little teary-eyed just to remind them, like, when life gets hard and you're going through some stuff and it doesn't look really good, I want you to remember this moment. I really want you to remember, look around at your teammates, remember what it took for you guys to make the comeback. Not that you did, not that we were down 17, we won, but like, why? to say encourage means to put courage into somebody's heart, and we had to put courage into each other's hearts, including mine. They had to convince me. They gave me courage. So I think those moments are just, I mean, this is a huge, wonderful memory, a sport memory, but it's going to be a lifetime memory, too.
Yeah, great comments by Katie Meyer. You get challenged in sports and in life, but you keep coming up. You got to come up with solutions. In Miami, came up with solutions. They kept battling. They kept fighting. And a great example of carrying over sports into life.
Shooting 58% in the second half when they'd only scored 20 points in the first half and quite frankly didn't look very good. And they came back and just turned the tide of that game.
Well, when you get back down by 17, you're not doing a lot of things right.
That's right.
And they were not doing a lot of things right.
Cavender on the line for 2. And you have to, the courage that they had to come back, the lift that gave them, is helping them for this start today.
Well, teams that have great leadership, Brenda, you get in the locker room and you talk about it. You don't point fingers. You just go, how are we going to correct this? And they went in the locker room at halftime, and as a team, corrected what they needed to get done.
Mackenzie Holmes scoring on the other end. Going up against this caliber of team is nothing new for Miami. They're one of only 3 teams this year that have beaten a team that's a #1 seed, Virginia Tech, by double digits. In January, they beat the Hokies 77-66, and they take a lot of confidence from that performance to here to face Indiana.
Well, it's a dangerous team, and at times they may struggle on offense, but they're not out of it because of the ability of how hard they play and what they do on the defensive end.
Mackenzie Holmes picked up her first foul, but she blocks that shot by Kyla Oldacre, the 6'6" freshman. Holmes puts it on the deck.
Good
Floater
drive.
short.
Good drive. Good drive to the basket.
Cavender into traffic, rolls it over the front of the rim.
Cavender's showing us a different side to her game because she's known a lot as a three-point shooter, and she's really putting the ball down and driving to the basket.
We talked a lot about that comeback for Miami that was so impressive. She had 12 of her 16 points in the second half. She was a big part of what they did offensively. A foul called on Oldacre. That's her first.
Well, really smart by Moore McNeil. Just saw the defense step out and got bumped and just kept going into the defense, causing that foul.
Chloe Moore McNeil, #1 in the Big Ten in assist-to-turnover ratio. Takes extremely good care of the basketball. Scalia, who was a tremendous shooter for Minnesota last year, comes up hobbling after that missed 3. And then Sydney Parrish called for the blocking foul.
Yeah, she looks like she had to come down. You have to create space to let her come down. So you see just the long, dangerous pass, really. Yeah, just didn't get square to the offense. Kind of went into her.
Yeah, she looked like she was trying to get outside the restricted arc, and there just wasn't time to do it. Garzone and Lily Meister checking into the game, so they're giving Mackenzie Holmes some breathers here in the early going. We don't know how sore that knee is. She was out the first game because of lingering knee soreness, and she's been in and out already here in the first quarter. Berger, nice pass to Meister. Great use of the left hand.
Yeah, Berger just draws a lot of attention, and Miami's really concerned with her, and she dumps it off inside.
Meister played more minutes in the NCAA first round than she had in any game this year. Turnover. The tip in, good by Berger.
That's why you rebound.
Grace Berger calling And that will quiet the crowd momentarily. Jasmine Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts making sure that she puts the sign up. It was loud.
Shot clock is off. Grace Berger going against Lachey Dwyer. Here come the ball screen from Meister. Berger pulls up to Parrish, top of the key.
Ooh.
And Parrish not able to get that one to go down. And what a first quarter for the Miami Hurricanes, coming in here to the big crowd and loud and raucous fan base of Indiana and starting out up 20-12. Welcome back to Bloomington, Indiana. Simon Scott Assembly Hall, along with Holly Warlick. I'm Brenda Van Lingen. Miami leading 20-12 as we are ready to start the second quarter of play. We are in Greenville Regional 2, and the winner of this game will advance to play the winner of Villanova and Florida Gulf Coast. I know Villanova up in that game right now, but what an interesting other side of this bracket. Kim Mulkey and LSU against the Pac-12 regular season co-champ Utah.
Yeah, two inside players that go after each other and two well-coached teams, and so it's going to be interesting to see whose defense is going to step up, who's going to score big for both LSU and Utah.
Utah was pushed by Princeton last night, but able to come through and kind of pull away in that game. LSU really took care of business against Michigan. And so far in this game, Miami already with 20 points. They only scored 20 points the entire first half in the first round game against Oklahoma State. They have obviously gotten this game started better. They've pounded inside. They've made both their three-point attempts.
Well, they've taken really high percentage shots, Brenda, getting the ball inside with the pass, with the drive, and have hit big threes.
And another one. Destiny Harden with another big three.
Yeah, she's 3 for 3 right now. She's feeling it.
Just a 27% three-point shooter. That's somebody that is dialed in and focused.
Yeah, she's not worried about that statistic.
Indiana probably lucky they got that offensive rebound because they were all backpedaling after that shot. But a long rebound gives them another offensive possession. Holmes off with the left hand. Destiny Harden, no. Well, heat check as she started 3 for 3 from range.
She's feeling it.
Sydney Parrish, she's got some size advantage, but the block, the extra effort. And Mackenzie Holmes may be fortunate she didn't pick up her second foul there.
Yeah, every shot by Indiana right now, it seems rushed.
Lachey Dwyer picks up the foul. Okay, talk me through that a little bit. What are you seeing that's making you say their shots are rushed?
Well, Indiana, Miami's just up on the ball, and they're just not giving Indiana any clean looks. And when they drive to the basket, great help on the help side. And every shot is just, it's been difficult for Indiana. I really liked when Indiana attacked the basket, drew the defense, and hit the roller going to the basket, going inside.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Garzone trying to make something happen, forces the pass and turns it over. Cavander's got a 2-on-1 over
nice
to
pass.
Harden. Got it. Harden is having herself a start to this game, the All-AC second teamer.
Well, she looks like a first teamer right now, and Cavender really drew the defense, did a great job of drawing the defense over and went under. Just a great pass, good focus by Harding.
And Grace Berger picks up the foul as she puts a lot of body on Harden.
Yeah, if I made that shot, I think I'd be flexing too. I don't think my arms look like that, but I still would flex.
I saw you flexing this weekend after, well, we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Harden converts a 3-point 3-point play. We've had a lot of fun here in Bloomington, haven't we?
We've had a lot of time to spend together, too.
That's right. We've been here for a week. We had the first 4 game between Tennessee Tech and Monmouth. Tennessee Tech earning their first NCAA victory since 1990. And then Indiana able to beat them in the first round, and Miami advancing with the win over Oklahoma State. Hannah Cavender into the game, the twin sister, of course, of Haley. Likely have heard of the Cavender twins. And a nice pass inside, setting up Sydney Parrish.
Yeah, really quick. That inbounds play happened quick. Defense wasn't ready. Indiana did a great job of getting into it, cutting, getting a great look at the basket.
And bad news for Miami, as that is the second foul on Destiny Harden. And she will have to take a seat. Destiny Harden already with 12 of the 26 points for the Hurricanes. She was reaching toward her mouth there as if she got popped in the face.
Yeah.
And Parrish can't complete the 3-point play. Things aren't going in so easily for Indiana here, shooting just 32%.
Oh.
Beautiful pass to Pendande.
Williams just drew the defense up and just beautiful pass to lead to for Pendande, easy two.
So Harden goes to the bench with the 12 points. Pendande now also in double figures. 2-on-1
that's
break.
a charge.
And no travel called before the offensive foul.
Yeah, if she didn't travel, that time Parrish was in great position for the charge. You got to stay wide. Just stay wide and spread the defense there.
Mackenzie Holmes back on the court. Seconds. Berger going to work and draws the foul. That's a crafty veteran right there.
Yeah, that's just a smart player that knows what they're doing. Got the defense up in the air and drew the foul.
Well, for the 3rd straight year, every NCAA women's basketball championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. So Grace Berger at the line, where she has been so steady throughout her career, a 75% free throw shooter this year.
You think that Indiana's worried about Miami's transition? They don't have anybody on the line.
And also a lot of confidence in Grace Berger's free throw shooting. Right?
And that was my next point.
Yeah, right. Baseline shot, area vets off the mark. Scalia hounded, and a foul committed by Williams. Ooh. That's her second.
Well, we'll see. Williams, Miami is being really, really aggressive. Good on the ball, just good length. Yeah, just looked like she moved her body in just a little bit.
Now look at this angle as she goes over the screen and gets her hips in. That's where the foul's committed.
Yeah.
And that means Indiana's in the bonus already with 6.5 minutes remaining. That's a problem for Miami. They want to play aggressive. They want to be physical. And Indiana, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country, shooting 76% from the line.
Well, Miami's done a great job, but they can't keep putting Indiana at the line.
O'Shea Dwyer, who had a terrific ACC tournament, 19 points in their win over Boston College, 19 points in their loss to Virginia Tech, but just 2 points in the first round game. Sydney Parrish picks up her second foul for Indiana. Kyla Oldacre back onto the court, replacing Pendande. And she will go at Mackenzie Holmes on the block. What a quick move by Dwyer, but she can't finish. She almost hustles down, and because of her presence, Miami gets the offensive board.
Miami's just getting to every loose ball, every hustle play right now.
Yeah, Dwyer didn't rebound it, but just her quickness impacted that play.
She didn't give up. She missed it. She stayed with her shot.
Roberts over Garzone, and Cavender gets the rebound. Moore McNeil picks up the foul, trying to check out the smaller, quicker Haley Cavender.
Well, Cavender, but she's quick.
First foul on Moore McNeil.
Well, Cavender just makes her presence known on the boards and just goes up. Yeah, and just gets, McNeil just gets under, just pushes her a little bit there.
Fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock for Miami.
Got to get a shot off.
2 on the shot clock. Hannah Cavender.
Nope.
Shot clock violation. This crowd trying to give some juice to the Hoosiers. Miami has played in the lead this entire game. They extended their lead as much as 14 points. Garzone, no. Indiana still has not hit a three-pointer as they're 0 for 7 from distance. They get the steal there. Shot by Moore McNeil.
Great concentration by Moore McNeil. Good steal down here and converted into a 2.
A 6-0 run for the Hoosiers brings the crowd to their feet. Cavender banks it in.
Hey, don't ask how.
And it was enough to settle this crowd and sit them back down. Berger with the jumper. Grace Berger, playing in her last game at Assembly Hall, does not want this to be a loss. They want to get back to their 3rd Sweet 16 in a row, and they've got their sights on the Final Four, but they've got a lot of work to do here against a very inspired Miami team. And the crowd's not going to be happy about that foul on Garzone.
Yeah, tough call.
A break in the action, 3:43 remaining until halftime, and Miami up by 9. All right, thanks, Kelsey. Yes, Indiana, as you mentioned, 0 for 7 from three-point range. They're the 3rd leading three-point shooting team in the Big Ten, Holly.
Well, Miami's doing a great job. Indiana's shots are rushed. They're contested. They've just been very difficult to Indiana to get a clean look at the basket.
At the free throw line is Kyla Oldacre, the 6'6" freshman out of Mason, Ohio. Misses the first, makes the second, and then she'll be replaced by Lola Pendande, who has had a terrific start to this game. 10 points, 5 of 6 from the field.
Yeah, and Coach Myers just moving their 2 posts in and out, giving some rest, and just making sure you have that presence inside.
You mentioned it in the studio, Berger, such a force for Indiana. She's got 8 points. Holmes, 4 points in her first game in the NCAA tournament after sitting out the first game with knee soreness. Berger, but a whistle and a foul on the floor, away from the ball. Dwyer picked up the foul. And we are in the Greenville Regional 2 bracket. What's at stake in this game? The fact that Miami hasn't been to a Sweet 16 in over 30 years. And Indiana trying to make it 3 in a row, getting to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, two teams obviously trying to get to the Sweet 16, and Miami's trying to do it with their defense, and Indiana is just trying to do it with their offense. So who's going to win? Who's going to come on top of that battle?
It's been a rough start for Indiana, shooting just 35%. And as you mentioned, Katie Meyer's team is known for their scrappiness, their defense, but they've shot 57% here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's really hurt Miami right now that Harden's on the bench, because she came out just blazing from the three-point line.
Jasmine Roberts sat right down on the laps of the Indiana coaches over there on the sideline.
Needed a little break.
Pendande, double team this time. Nice pass out of it. Too strong. So Indiana's made a little bit of an adjustment, double teaming Pendande inside.
Yeah, and she should. She's been drawing a lot of attention.
Holmes inside out to Moore. McNeil, beautiful shot.
Yeah, that's their steady Eddie right there.
Katie Meyer calling a timeout. Textbook inside out action for Indiana.
Yeah, Holmes just draws a lot of attention, and rightfully so. So Miami just doubles down from the wing. Holmes is really smart, kicks it back out. Just wide open. That's a wide open three. If you leave Indiana open that much, they're going to finish the shot.
They hit their first three-pointer of the game. The assist from Mackenzie Holmes. She leads the team in scoring, in rebounding, in field goal percentage, and in block shots. But throughout the course of her career, she has become such an incredible passer because of the double team she sees night in and night out.
Yeah, well, she needed to, because she is. Miami's going to really understand where she is and what they need to do.
This is the closest that Indiana has been since Miami led 9-4 with 6:39 to go in the first quarter. So you mentioned it, with Destiny Harden on the bench with 2 fouls for Miami, Indiana's been able to get some momentum here.
Well, it knocked out Miami's outside presence, and so what do? They can really try to double down on Pendande right now.
Roberts sees that she's open and takes advantage.
Yeah, took advantage of the defense kind of stumbling. Very smart play.
And Jasmine Roberts had her best game of the year, of her career, against Virginia Tech earlier this year. That's the game that Miami beat Virginia Tech, a #1 seed now, and beat them by double digits. And Jasmine Roberts in that game was 5 of 7 from three-point range.
Well, we talk about, this is a great crowd. It's loud, it's boisterous, but Miami has played in front of big crowds. They played in front of Louisville, Duke, NC State. They're used to these crowds.
Fifth team foul for Indiana will send Jasmine Roberts to the line. The foul was on Meister. And Jasmine Roberts, who scored in double figures 10 times this year, 12 points against Oklahoma State in the first round. I just mentioned she had her career high against Virginia Tech earlier this year. When Katie Meyer talked about Roberts, she said she needs to be good for us to win.
Yeah, both ends.
Cousin of Courtney Williams of the WNBA Atlanta Dream.
That's a big shoe to fill right there with Courtney Williams. She could shoot it. She could fill it up.
Holmes, tough shot over Pendande.
Pendande's just, Holmes looks like she just, every time she touches it, she's rushing. She's pressing a little bit.
Nice pass to set up Pendande as she scores right at the rim.
Pendande's having her a game.
She's only missed one shot all night.
And she's guarding the best player on the floor. She's getting ready to get a foul right here.
Instead, she may have gotten a piece of it because they're saying Indiana's basketball. Let's watch the great passing on the other end.
Yeah, just Cavender just draws so much attention, steps out, just stays too long. Holmes just stays too long to help.
Another three-point miss for Indiana, who's made just one three-pointer on that nice inside-outside play to set up more McNeil. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Cavender too strong, and Grace Berger going to push ahead for Indiana.
Good inside out in attack. Three just didn't go down. Nice.
Berger draws it to single digits. Indiana needs a stop here.
Yeah, and I like Berger's demeanor. She doesn't get flustered and just has been really solid for Indiana.
Hannah Cavender calling for the screen. Roberts. Boom!
Oh.
What a shooting day Miami is having. 7 three-pointers in the first half. The steal. Cavender with another shot from half court. No, but Miami leading 41-29 at the half. The Hurricanes are shooting 6 of 9 from three-point range in the first half here in Bloomington. Miami leading 41-29, and let's get you to the studio. Kelsey Riggs, take it away. Welcome back to the NCAA Women's Championship presented by Capital One. We're here in Bloomington, Indiana, where Miami is shocking the #1 seed, 41-29 at the half. Along with Holly Warlick, I'm Brenda Van Lingen, and yesterday we saw Ole Miss use its defense to disrupt #1 seed Stanford and get the upset. Are we seeing that here with Miami today?
Well, we've done a lot of talk about Miami's defense. It has been smothering. It's like flies on sugar. It's a sugar rush. And it has been, they have forced tough shots. They have forced rush shots. Indiana's got to find a way just to settle down, move the ball a little bit side to side, and get some clean looks at the basket. But Miami has been so tough on the defensive end.
So an upset in the making. Ole Miss led Stanford by 9 yesterday at halftime, 29-20, and kept them away and pulled off the upset of a #1 seed for the first time in a first and second round since back in 2009. How's Miami done it? In the last 4 quarters, they've outscored their opponents by 32. They're shooting great from the field and three-point range.
Well, we have talked a lot about Miami's defense, but you got to give them credit on the offensive end. They have put up points. They're scoring from inside. They're scoring from outside. They're just doing a lot of great things right now.
12 points is the largest halftime deficit for Indiana this year. Remember, they've only lost 3 times. But 2 of their losses were in the last 3 games at Iowa. As Grace Berger gets a good start there for Indiana, but they also lost to Ohio State in the Big Ten semifinals.
Well, great start for Indiana, moving the ball just side to side, as we said, and kicked out to an open three-point shooter.
Indiana did trail at the half to Ohio State earlier this year and then came back and won by 13. That's the only time they've trailed by any amount at halftime here at home.
Well, basketball's a game of runs, and Indiana's never had the game because their ability to score.
This is the #2 shooting team, not only in the conference, but also in the nation. They're the #2 scoring team in the country. They're the #2 by field goal percentage, and they can put up a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah, they just sure went in the locker room, got a little settled down, and have taken 2 quality shots.
Jalea Williams picked up her 3rd foul earlier. So we'll keep an eye on that as she's still on the court. And quieting the crowd is Jasmine Roberts.
Yeah, nice ball movement side to side, a little handoff and pitched out and got the good look.
3 players now in double figures for Miami. Pendande and Harden both with 12. And Roberts with that basket now has 11. On the other side for Indiana, Grace Berger, the only player in double figures for Indiana. She's got 15, 6 of 10 from the field. Moore McNeil with 7, and Mackenzie Holmes with just 4. And all 4 of those were very early in the game.
She's been a focal point for Miami on the defensive end.
Destiny Harden traveled. I'm sorry. An offensive foul called on Pendande.
Yeah, just Pendande repositioned herself, just took the defense out. You got to stay still and just set the screen, just move. Yeah, it's up to the offense to run your defender off the screen.
That's the first foul on Pendande. Grace Berger being hounded by Jasmine Roberts. Moore
Nice
McNeil,
play.
beautiful pass to center Holmes.
Good look.
And the whistle is blown because Harden may have gotten poked in the eye. And
Or lost of contact. Or yeah, great. Just a little, didn't screen, just a little rub cut, went right to the basket. It looked like she just got her contact knocked out. Or
And Mackenzie Holmes, after she came down from the shot, you saw a little contact between her and Harden. Our officials today, Jenna Cross, Kevin Peffel, Fatu, Siskoko Stevens, and they blew the whistle to give Harden the opportunity to go be tended to. Now look at that. Our great camera crew here in Bloomington found the contact on the floor.
yeah, I wanted to run out and pick it up.
Adam, our videographer there, able to pick that out. That's pretty good. And then a foul called on Miami on Roberts.
So we'll see that.
And it was the extra because she got it clean originally, but
Yeah, I don't know. It looked.
you don't like that call?
No, I don't like that call.
All right.
I mean, there's been some other things you could have called before that. Come on.
I love it when you get all riled up about the officiating.
Yeah, but I get the replay. That's what's so fun about it.
Right? Beautiful pass. Berger to Holmes. How many times has that happened between the two of them?
Yeah.
And
That's Indiana basketball right there.
That is Indiana basketball. And a timeout for Miami.
Well, so Berger just draws so much attention. It's just a simple pick and roll, and they make it look so easy.
Indiana on a 9-2 run to start the third quarter to pull within 5. And who else? It's been Grace Berger and Mackenzie Holmes.
Yeah, they're just a 1-2 punch, and they play a little inside out for a 3, and then a quick inbound to Berger stepping in on the court, and a really beautiful pass hitting Holmes on the backdoor roll.
Well, you can tell there has been a specific effort for Indiana to get the ball into the hands of Mackenzie Holmes to start the third quarter.
When Indiana, the offense is juiced up Indiana on the defensive end.
Dwyer, no, it's tipped around and More McNeil comes away. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Indiana looking for their third straight trip to the Sweet 16. Miami hasn't been there since 1992, before any of these players were born. Mackenzie Holmes.
Nice move. Pendande had a great defense, but Holmes a great move to the basket.
4 points in the first half for Holmes, 6 in the third quarter. Pendande had a terrific first quarter, and the double team from Berger forces the turnover.
Yeah, just got a little happy feet with it. Just shuffled her feet. Just defense on Indiana's really making now. They're making Miami play fast.
The reaction from Berger and Holmes, getting it done on both ends of the court. A great sense of urgency. They understand exactly what's on the line. Indiana has played from behind the entire game, as that time an errant pass on an attempted pick and roll between Berger and Holmes.
Just trying to take advantage of the defense stepping out.
Terry Morin has seen a lot of great plays between the two of them throughout their careers, going to be leaning heavily on them to bring Indiana back in this game. Harden back on the court after she lost a contact lens earlier. Misses. Cavender travels. Hannah and Haley Cavender on the court at the same time right now. Looked like Cavender either hit her knee or her thigh going into the paint that time.
Yeah, just bumped with one of the Indiana players.
More McNeil. There's it a little bit behind Mackenzie Holmes. Good adjustment in the air.
Good hands.
Indiana has still only made 2 3-pointers this entire game. They average over 7 per game typically.
Well, right now they're doing a great job of getting the ball inside on the pass and attacking the basket on the drive.
There's a 3 attempt. Sydney Parrish off the mark, the transfer from Oregon, coming back home to Indiana.
I like that look. That was a good look for Sid.
Harden against Berger, steps back.
Tough shot. That's a hard shot right there.
The big rebound, and then Grace Berger steps in front of the pass. Drives all the way in, draws contact. No foul called, as there was a collision in the air between the two players.
Yeah.
And Cavender gets the ball to Pendande. No whistles anywhere right now.
It's mayhem.
Timeout on the floor. It's March Madness right now in Bloomington, Indiana. The Hoosiers have drawn within 3. For the third straight year, every NCAA women's basketball championship is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home of all 90 NCAA championships. And yes, we can officially call this March Madness. Yes, the women can use the March Madness logo. We've been able to since last year. And Holly, we got some March Madness going on.
Well, it's maddening, I'll promise you that. It's kind of crazy. Just it's physical, it's tough. Berger gets wanted the foul. Didn't see, we couldn't see from that angle, and then Miami attacks the basket, and they get bumped a couple of times, and then the ball gets on the floor, and then it's chaos. Both coaches are going nuts. Oh, yeah, but that angle,
That ain't gonna what?
Did you think it was a foul?
It looked like a foul to me.
It did from that angle, yes.
I mean, Grace Berger tried to jump into her to draw a foul, but it looked like, that Pendande came across her arms.
Yeah.
Henderson, boy, Henderson was so hot in the first half. She made her first 3 3-pointers. Excuse me, Harden, and now she's stuck on 12, and this whole Miami team being outscored 11-2 here in the third quarter.
Well, Indiana's picked up their tempo on the defensive end and really making it tough right now for Miami to get any clean looks.
Holmes spins, reaches around Pendande.
Pendande's been really smart.
Cavender, jumper, no. Miami now 1 for 9 in the third quarter. Indiana on the other end, 5 of 8. Garzone has the ball, get away from her on the dribble. Cavender twins on the break.
Now, good no call. Good no call.
Here comes Grace Berger. Berger pulls up, that's her shot typically, and it's too strong. Indiana has played from behind this entire game. They've gone on this surge to get within 3, but they've been able to get no closer, and they've had several opportunities.
Yeah, both teams are just, the ball's not falling right now. It seems like the pace has been really up and down, and Miami very smart, slowing it down, trying to catch their breath, trying to get a better shot.
And the Hurricanes have missed their last 8 shots in a row. And then a foul called by on Sydney Parrish. That's going to send Harden to the free throw line for 3.
Yeah, great play design, having Harden come off of a staggered screen, and just she knew right when she caught it, it was going up. Don't know. May have got her on the hand. I didn't see it with the body.
So Harden has just been to the free throw line 1 time today. Haley Cavender returning to the bench, along with Pendande. So that brings Oldacre onto the court, as well as Lachey Dwyer. So 3 free throws for Destiny Harden, and is this the opportunity for Miami to just settle down and be able to score after they were so red hot in the first half, scoring 41 points in the first half of play, and just 1 field goal so far here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it helps free throw line, and it's calming. You get to step up and take your shots and try to gather yourself, and for Miami to set their defense, she sets this. See if they set their defense to press.
And Harden makes all 3 to extend the lead now to 6. And Katie Meyer said to us, we're going to have to pick and choose when we press Indiana, because if you don't do it properly, they can just rip through it with passing and scoring, but they're trying to keep Indiana a little off balance. Holmes rebounds and is fouled. Will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and Holmes nice working off away from her spot, pursuing the basketball, getting the second chance look, and going to the free throw line.
Kyla Oldacre commits her second foul. Mackenzie Holmes has not been to the free throw line yet today. Makes the first. This last week named the U.S. Basketball Writers Association First Team All-American. Also on the AP All-America First Team. First time in the history of Indiana women's basketball that a player has been named First Team All-American. The free throws draw the Hoosiers within 4. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, and this crowd on its feet. Offensive foul on Destiny Harden, her 3rd foul.
Wow, solid defense. Berger just gets in between Harding and the basket and does a good job of squaring her shoulders right here. Gets ahead. Well, maybe not squared her shoulders.
You can be moving. You can be moving,
Yes.
but you have to be, your feet and body have to be in deep legal guarding position. Did that look like legal guarding position to you?
Well, you tell me.
No, you tell me. You're the analyst.
Well, from watching it in slow-mo, I would say no.
No. I would agree.
Well, I'm glad we finally agree on something.
Right? I know. It hasn't been much. But can Indiana take advantage? Holmes.
That's tough. Holmes, she does a great job of doing the work before the ball gets there.
This is the closest Indiana has been since the first half. Three-pointer. That one drops in for Jasmine Roberts.
How did that drop in?
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Parrish sees a wide open lane and an and-one opportunity.
That's really, really smart. Parrish has been great from the three-point line. So just little shot fake and goes to the basket hard. So she just fakes, goes. Couldn't get a lot of help from the ball side because you have a three-point shooter on that side. So
it's the third foul on Oldacre. Sydney Parrish led the scoring for Indiana in their first-round game against Tennessee Tech. Parrish was 7 of 14 from the field for 19 points and 8 rebounds. In this game, just 4 points so far.
well, Miami's really done a good job of forcing her to get her shot off a little quicker than probably she wanted, and very smart right there, attacking the basket.
She was a Miss Indiana basketball in her high school days back in 2022. Signed with Oregon, played a couple of years coming off the bench for them, and then back home here in her home state. 3-point lead for Miami. Roberts has been shooting well, but too strong on that one.
Good box out. Just a great box out, textbook box out.
Indiana was down by 12 at halftime. They've drawn to within 3 and have an opportunity to draw within 1 or tie it here at the end of the third quarter. The screen for Holmes, and it's a 1-point ball game. Indiana coming back and outscoring Miami by 11 and will trail by 1 as we go to the fourth quarter.
Well, just want to get your go-to player, the coach. Sets a back screen, gets a wide open shot. Holmes is leading the way for the Hoosiers.
Let's take a look at tonight's Capital One rewarding performance. Mackenzie Holmes, after not playing in first round, only scored 4 in the first half, but 12 in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, it took her a while to get going, but she has stepped up in a big way, doing her work before the ball gets there. She's settled down, and she's now playing with a lot of confidence.
See her numbers as she's 5 of 6 from the floor in the third quarter. And of course, Indiana won the Big Ten outright this year, and already 3 other Big Ten teams have advanced to the Sweet 16. Iowa with the win over Georgia. Ohio State earlier today. J.C. Sheldon hitting the game-winning shot against North Carolina. Maryland beat Arizona, and so Indiana, the outright victor in the Big Ten, looking to go to the Sweet 16, and they have not led this entire game. They were down by 12 at halftime. They've drawn within 1, but Miami has held the lead the entire game in Bloomington.
Well, Indiana they stepped up their defense, but Miami quit going inside, and Pendande didn't score that last quarter, so she's going to have to step up here and take some pressure off of Miami. Got to score inside a little bit.
Indiana still doesn't take the lead. Scalia with a miss. And Miami has to find a way to get some of their rhythm back offensively. They only scored 8 points in the third quarter. Travel called on Pendande.
Got to put the ball down first. Good solid defense by the freshman.
Just got a little spit up that time.
And that's twice it's happened.
Well, the ACC also has 3 teams that have advanced to the Sweet 16 already. Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, and Louisville with the win over Texas earlier today. So 3 teams each from each of these conferences have advanced to the Sweet 16. Pendande, and she is fouled by Berger.
Berger's got to be careful there.
Yeah, she reacted in frustration, knew she shouldn't do that right away. Probably lucky she didn't get called for a technical there, and Grace Berger picks up her second foul.
Well, just came over to help. Yeah, just grabbed her arm. I think it was frustration of herself, not of the call.
So it sends Pendande to the free throw line for Miami. 68% free throw shooter on the year. This is her first trip to the line today.
Well, and so now you're looking, that was a good foul by Berger. Sometimes there's good fouls, and that was a good foul.
Pendande played her first couple of years at Utah before transferring to Miami. She connects on the second free throw, and Miami will pick up full court. Here comes that full court pressure. Now, Indiana had some trouble against Ohio State's full court pressure in the Big Ten semifinal. They lost that game. And then a blocking foul, unfortunate for Miami, as Jalea Williams picks up her 4th foul on that.
Yeah, just got there too late. Right idea, got there too late. Indiana handled it, getting the ball side to side, going into the middle.
So Williams will be subbed out, and Hannah Cavender into the game. Garzone, top of the key, no, but a foul, I believe, on Harden pushing her way through the screen. And Miami lucky that shot didn't go in, because the three-pointer would have counted and Indiana would have gotten the ball, but instead, no basket. Indiana will inbound it.
Yeah.
Hannah Cavender, that's her second foul. Indiana has chipped away here in the second half, but still has not tied it or taken the lead. Another missed shot.
Yeah, that's a tough shot.
How mental is that? When you climb back in a game and you just can't get the tie or get the lead, several opportunities to do that for Indiana.
Yeah, don't panic. I mean, there's 8 minutes to go in the game, and you're getting, just move the ball, get the shots that you want.
Beautiful pass to Pendande in traffic, and she's fouled, and will go to the free throw line once again.
Both teams are doing a really good job of freeing up their bigs. bringing them away from the basket and then leading them to a pass towards the basket.
Mackenzie Holmes picks up her second foul, and Lola Pendande will get 2 shots. And unfazed, Pendande makes her first. Well, the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship continues with the Sweet 16. Coverage begins Thursday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on TBS and later on CBS. For more information on game times and networks, go to ncaa.com.
A lot of balloons behind that free throw shooter.
Got to have a lot of focus to not be distracted by that. 2 free throws go in, and Miami stretches their lead out to 4. Moore McNeil, nobody was guarding her. Oh, Garzone with the 3. She now breaks the freshman 3-point record at Indiana. And more important, draws the Hoosiers within 1.
Nice shot. Great composure.
Cavender looking for Pendande, and then Garzone picks up the foul. Wow. And the announcer here at Indiana, Jeremy Gray, he says shalosh. That's Hebrew for 3 when Garzone knocks down a 3.
Well, it was a shalosh. Big time. It was a big time one.
Garzone picks up her second foul on the other end, and another opportunity at the free throw line for Pendande. And she continues to hit the free throws to keep Indiana at arm's length.
Unfazed.
Garzone.
Great block.
And again, a block by Pendande when Indiana tries to jump into her on their shots at the rim.
She just had great timing there and reached out and is being very smart not to get the foul. Look at the timing. Yeah, just hit the top of the ball.
Parrish misses everything inside. And Indiana just can't get over the hump.
Yeah.
And a foul called on Miami on the rebound.
Indiana just needs to settle down. They're wanting a foul called, and let's settle down, get your shot, get your game, get what you want.
And that's the 4th foul on Destiny Harden. So foul trouble for Miami right now. And Williams already went to the bench with 4. Now Destiny Harden picks up her 4th. That's 2 of the starting guards for Miami on the bench with 4 fouls. And Moore McNeil recognizes it's man-to-man and has everyone clear out. Berger spins and has it poked away by the quick hands of Cavender. Dwyer in amongst the trees. What a tough shot. And 1.
How did she get that off?
With Destiny Harden and Jalea Williams on the bench with 4 fouls, Lachey Dwyer takes it in amongst the trees.
Well, it started with the quick hands of Cavender right there and off to the races. So she just weaves her way through, does a little pivot step through. Chance for an and 1.
Garzone picks up her 3rd foul. Miami has not relinquished the lead that they have held the entire game since this game was tied 2-2. One number 1 seed was upset yesterday by Ole Miss. Stanford lost on their home court. Is Indiana in danger of losing here in Bloomington?
Nice pass.
Holmes says, not today.
Yeah, really nice pass. Went both side to side. They're really doing a good job of finding Holmes going to the basket.
Cavender twins both on the court for Miami. Haley. And the ball knocked away by Holmes, and it's 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, nice defense, solid, just keeping the ball on one side and making Miami rush a little bit.
And Terry Morin going to put Lily Meister in to give Holmes a chance for a little breather. 5:25 remaining. She maybe just buy her a little bit of time right now. Pendande, 3 seconds, 2. Cavender from the corner, no. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, solid defense by Indiana. Holmes she didn't stay out long. She's back in.
I thought you might keep her out until the media timeout, but just took her out so she didn't get pick up a foul there.
I guess. She needs to be on the floor on the offensive end.
Berger working against Jasmine Roberts. Holmes. Garzone gets her own rebound, and she's fouled.
Just trying to take advantage. There's a little height disadvantage with Cavender defending. So doing a great job in forcing the foul.
Garzone will be at the free throw line when we come back. The NCAA Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Well, Miami has an opportunity to make history tonight. They have not advanced to the Sweet 16 since 1992, over 30 years ago. They have led the entire game here in Bloomington. If they win, they'll advance to play Villanova on Friday. If Indiana comes back and makes it to their third Sweet 16 in a row, it will be chalk in the Greenville Regional 2. But right now, number seeds 2, 3, and 4 have advanced, but Indiana has not found a way to tie or go ahead since it was 2-2 at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, it's just been, it feels like it's just been a struggle, and they get close and they'll miss a shot or turn it over, but you never count Indiana out.
Garzone misses the first, makes the second, and it's a three-point ball game with under 5 minutes remaining. And there's a mismatch that Miami continues to take advantage of. The quickness of Dwyer going against the 6'3" freshman Garzone, and that's her 4th foul.
Yeah, and Dwyer's doing a really good job, Brenda, hesitating, getting Garzone up. Garzone, just take her straight on, make her shoot, make her make a play over. Don't bail her out.
Remember, Destiny Harden is on the bench right now with 4 fouls for Miami, as well as Jalea Williams. And so, Lachey Dwyer, who came through in a big way in the ACC tournament for Miami, has really taken this on her shoulders. She makes the first but misses the second. It's a 4-point game, but the quick hands, oh boy. Yeah. Lachey Dwyer almost with a steal there, and she picks up her 3rd foul. And it's the 15th foul of the quarter, so Indiana will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think initially she got it, but when Chloe started following there, she just got her with the body. Yeah, if I'm a defensive player, I don't like it either.
So Chloe Moore McNeil will go to the free throw line. She's been there once today and was 2 for 2. And connects on that one. An 86% free throw shooter on the year. Her younger sisters, Kylie Oren and Odalys, there watching on as she helps draw Indiana within 2. Pendandi, offensive foul.
Well, Indiana did a great job of coming in, and Pendandi put it down and came over to help and just ran into the defender.
Reggie Wayne, the former Hurricane and Super Bowl champion for the Indianapolis Colts, didn't like that one. He's in attendance, and that's the second foul on Pendandi. Indiana with another opportunity to perhaps tie or go ahead. There have been several times they've had this opportunity and haven't taken advantage. Holmes finally ties it. First tie of the game since it was 2-2.
Yeah, who do you go to? Your sure player, your star, Mackenzie Holmes.
Harden and Williams are on the sideline ready to check back in.
Yeah.
And Jasmine Roberts takes it right at Sydney Parrish to draw the foul.
Yeah, well, so when Indiana needs a bucket, they go to their money. It's Mackenzie Holmes stepping away from the block and just driving, pivoting, getting a good look.
And that's the 4th foul on Sydney Parrish. Roberts.
And Miami's buckets right now, Bringer, coming from the free throw line. They're attacking the basket, and Indiana's getting fouls called, and Miami's going to the line.
And so 9 of 11, Miami here at the free throw line in the 4th quarter. What's at stake? Miami trying to make it to the Sweet 16 as a program for the first time in over 30 years. Haven't been there since 1992. Indiana, the #1 seed in the Greenville Regional 2, trying to get back to the Sweet 16 for the 3rd consecutive year. They go inside to Mackenzie.
Yeah.
She's fouled.
You knew that was coming. Yeah, Graceberger just draws a lot of defense, and Pendandi stepped out, just stayed too long, and great pass to hit Holmes rolling to the basket.
Pendandi commits her 3rd foul. If Holmes makes this free throw, it will be the first lead of the game for Indiana.
Oh. I think you're jinxing her.
All tied up with 3 minutes remaining. Harden into the game. Pendandi spinning.
Oh, wow.
Unties it again. Indiana playing from behind the entire game. Finally tie it. Can't take the lead. And Miami with the answer.
See if you get a back screen for Holmes.
Berger, short.
Ah, tough shot.
And Miami will take their time bringing the ball up the court. This crowd is getting nervous.
I'm getting nervous.
Miami with an opportunity to take down another #1 seed in this tournament.
Got it.
Kavanaugh Cavender puts the Hurricanes up by 5.
Wow. Ice in her veins right there.
Berger, foul. 1:34 remaining. Haley Cavender, what a shot from 3.
Just the defender tried to go over the screen, and Cavender really smart, faded to the 3-point line.
Her twin sister, happy, cheering her on. What a big shot for Haley. Pendandi picked up her 4th foul, so now you've got 4 players, excuse me, 3 players for Miami with 4 fouls. And Grace Berger makes the first.
Well, let's see what Indiana does. This is the first time they've been on the free throw line, and I don't know if it's because they're not shooting the ball well from the free throw line or they're going to press.
Berger rolls that one in. No press.
No press.
Miami up by 3.
Big possession here for Miami. Big stop here for Indiana.
Miami seems to have a sense of calm about them. Being patient. Williams blocked by Holmes. By Garzone, excuse me.
Good attack, good look, good solid defense there.
Terry Morin calls out the play. Under a minute to play.
You got to think they're going to Holmes inside. 4 for 3.
Garzone for the baseline. Ties it up. Woo! What a shot from the freshman.
Well, that was ice in her veins, too.
We saw the big three-pointer from Haley Cavender to extend the lead to 5. Then a couple of free throws for Indiana, and Garzone with the corner 3 to tie it up.
She had no emotion. I would be killing it, jumping up and down, but just very smart. Attack screen, just slipped the screen wide open. They were so worried about Holmes.
What a shot for Garzone, who earlier today broke the freshman three-point record for Indiana. As on the year now, she has made 69 three-pointers, but none bigger than that one.
None bigger than that one.
So you see the reset. Neither team has a foul to give. Miami just 1 timeout left. Indiana with 3. Possession arrow in favor of the Hurricanes. Indiana has not led this entire game. Miami has led, or it has been tied a couple of times here in the second half. What does Miami have here?
Well, look for Miami to get late in the shot clock. They want to score, and you can go inside or hit it, or Cavender and get a 3. Obviously, they're posting Harden up right there.
Harden takes it right at Berger, and Berger commits the foul.
God, Harden's so strong. I mean, nice call by Coach Meyer.
Third foul on Grace Berger sends Destiny Harden to the free throw line. She's 4 for 4 from the stripe today. When Katie Meyer talked about her this week in the press conferences, she said she's family. She is raw, authentic. She represents me, no layers. And that's who Katie Meyer chose to go to when they need a basket the most. They post up Harden on Grace Berger inside.
Not sure what the officials are trying to ice the shooter.
Well, the officials went over to check something with the scorer's table after Harden made the first one. She misses the second. And a timeout, Indiana. And a little extra time seemed to go off the clock there after the timeout, so I think the officials are going to take a look at that.
I don't know why the officials went to the sideline in between her shot.
and then have called timeout right away.
Timeout.
So it seems like there should be about 41.5 seconds left. But Jenna Cross is over across the way, taking a look at the clock. We had a few clock issues the other day in our game between Oklahoma State and Miami. It seemed like the officials had to go there several times, so keep an eye on that.
A lot.
Okay, so Indiana down 1. Haven't had the lead all game. Get the clock issue set, but where are they going?
I just think you go to your money and homes, but obviously Miami's going to be sensing that, so someone else, one of the guards, Berger, or is going to have to step up. And you know, Garzone hit the big 3 last time, so I'd probably look for a little misdirection to try to get an easy look inside or a clean look at the basket.
No fouls to give for Miami, so they need to play straight up as Indiana will trigger it on the sideline. Chloe Moore McNeil.
You don't want to foul here.
Berger taking their time, being patient. Moore McNeil hesitates, too strong, and Indiana going to have to foul. Boy, a wide open look for Chloe Moore McNeil after the hezi, and just too hard off the backboard, and Berger then picks up her 4th foul.
Yeah, great look, just good little hesitation, just went too deep under the basket. That's too much time.
So Berger committed the foul, her 4th. Destiny Harden goes the length of the court to the free throw line. The officials checking to look at the clock once again.
Crazy.
So much at stake here. Miami has led the entire game. Indiana has tied it a couple of times, but have not been able to take the lead. Indiana could have taken the lead, but the missed shot from Chloe Moore McNeil. If Miami and Katie Meyer hold on and win this game, it will be their first appearance in the Sweet 16 since 1992. Indiana, the #1 seed, trying to make their 3rd straight Sweet 16 appearance. The winner will play Villanova, and Harden misses the first free throw.
Hard.
Misses the second, and Parrish there for the rebound. 20.4 seconds remaining for Indiana. So, Holly, take us into that huddle with Terry. How quickly does Indiana need to go try to score?
I think they use the clock, and you know, I would look to attack the basket. Miami's doing a great job of contesting jumpers. So attack the, Chloe had a great look, just didn't finish. But attack the basket, try to either get to the free throw line or get an open look. And I would anticipate them spreading the floor, attacking the basket.
1 timeout for each team. Possession arrow in favor of Miami. 20.4 seconds remaining. Indiana hasn't led the entire game. You feel like they need to get there quick enough to possibly get an offensive rebound.
Well, here's what matters: is are you leading at the end of the game? And so Indiana has a chance to lead for the first time right here.
Katie Meyer defensively.
She's going to stick to what she does. Tough man-to-man. Not sure if they'll switch, but just really tough man-to-man.
Berger steps through. No! Back iron. She goes quickly, though, to give them time to foul, and they get the foul with 12 seconds remaining.
You can't get a better look than that right there. And that's one of the players you want to go to the line, attack the basket.
So Indiana with a chance to go ahead. Moore McNeil misses the shot. Grace Berger, the most steady, reliable player for Indiana, has the chance.
Yeah, does a little step through. I mean, a great look. Gosh.
Indiana has not been able to take the lead in this game. The foul was committed by Parrish. That's her 5th. She's out.
I'm trying to understand why the officials keep going to the
Yeah, and what kind of effect does that have on the shooter?
Yeah, you're icing the shooter. This is the 3rd time.
Cavender at the free throw line. Makes the first. Set a record in the NCAA last year for free throw percentage with 97% on the year. Calmly makes the first. And the second. She had a chance in the game against Oklahoma State, made one and missed one. She came over and talked to us after the game, said I should have made both.
Yeah.
She does here to give Miami a 3-point lead. Indiana uses their last timeout, 12.7 remaining. Do they go for a quick 2 or a 3 here to tie it?
Well, I think they need to I need the best shot, but I would anticipate them trying to get a 3, but you got to get a quick shot and then a foul. But you got to figure out who you're going to foul. Can't foul Cavender. She's going to make the 3. And so Indiana maybe switch. They don't need to foul. They don't need an and one there. They just need to make sure they crowd the 3-point line and make them take a tough shot.
And if Indiana hits the 3, we could have overtime, depending on how much time is remaining. So the options for Terry Morin, the quick 2 or the 3.
I think she takes the best shot she can get. And look, they're really good at penetrating kicking. So will Miami be disciplined enough to just defend your player, keep them in front of you, don't foul?
Now, if you're Miami, do you foul here to send Indiana to the free throw line?
I don't like that philosophy because I don't think Miami as a team is a great free throw shooters, because then Indiana's going to quickly foul. If you can get the ball to Cavender, yeah, then that's a great idea.
The tension you can cut with a knife here in Assembly Hall. Grace Berger behind her back to Garzone. Steps back,
wow.
Three-pointer. Tied the ball game! Tied the ball game with 6.6 remaining! Wow!
Wow! That's a freshman!
Garzone hit the three-pointer earlier to tie it up. And on a step-back 3, ties this ball game, but is 6.6 seconds too much to give to Miami.
Yeah, you just got to defense, stay out there. Don't take that back. Great job. Watch her jab, back. Wow.
What a step back. The skill by Garzone, the freshman from Israel. A 45% three-point shooter comes through in the clutch to tie it up.
Yeah. Not sure she really knows what the NCAA is right now.
All right, so now 6.6 seconds remaining. Miami has been going to the paint. What are they doing here to try to score and win this ball game?
Well, I would attack the basket. Attack the basket. I'd put the ball in probably Cavender's hands, but attack the basket and or go inside if you have a good look, if you have a clean look.
Jasmine Roberts will inbound it. Miami can win the game and advance to the Sweet 16 and pull off another upset over a #1 seed with this possession. Harden, step through, rolls in, she gets it. No timeouts left for Indiana, 3.3 remaining. Moore McNeil with the ball, takes it, has it stolen away.
Oh, no.
Another
Wow.
#1 goes down, Miami. for Miami. What a shot by Destiny Harden. And Indiana is eliminated. The #1 seed, the first time they earned a #1 seed, the outright Big Ten champion, Grace Berger, playing in her last game here at Assembly Hall. And Mackenzie Holmes, the entire team for Indiana had such high hopes. What a disappointing loss for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, it's just tough. They've just got such a solid team, but they ran up against a buzzsaw here with Miami's defense, and they're just willed to win. And who else? I mean, Harding had a great game, and they did what they should have done. They posted her up, got a good look. She stepped through, and the ball hung there, and went in. Wow.
Indiana had a chance to get the ball in bounds, and the steady-handed Moore McNeil had the ball stolen away by Jasmine Roberts, but here's the shot.
Goodness.
Destiny Harden with the game winner, and Indiana couldn't answer. Miami played from the lead the entire game. Indiana could never get over the hump. They tied it several times, but could never take the lead. Miami, the 9 seed, advancing to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1992, before any of these players were born.
Well, Miami was just shot out of a cannon the first quarter. Then they held on. The third quarter, here comes Indiana, and they cut the lead. Fourth quarter, got close, tied it, but Miami had such stamina and will to win the game.
Katie Myers celebrating her 18th season at Miami. They got knocked out by the #1 seed South Carolina last year. They come through and shock the world. Another #1 seed goes down. Miami shocking Indiana, the Big Ten champion, on their home court.
Well, my hat's off to Indiana. Well, it's a heartbreaker for them because they've just had they've had a great year, and Terry Moore and Indiana, just sad for them, but happy for Miami and their ability to come in this hostile environment and get a W.
We have an opportunity to bring Destiny Harden over. She was on her way over. Now she's gone away, but she hit the game winner. Was on the bench for a lot of the first part of the fourth quarter in foul trouble, but came back on to hit the game winner and advance Miami to the Sweet 16. And now we're joined by Destiny Harden. And Destiny, what a game overall for you. We'll get to the whole game in just a moment, but take us through that game-winning shot.
I mean, oh man, I can't. Man, I'm sorry. But coming into the huddle and timeout, Fitzroy, man, he did it again. He told me face up and win the fucking game. Excuse my language, but man, we're going to the Sweet 16 because of him. I got to give all my credit to him. He believed in me. The whole coaching staff believed in me. The whole team believed in me, man. And I just feel good to make the shot, send Miami to the Sweet 16 for the first time, man. Probably could hit it in my boys, but very humble, man. It's a very special moment for us.
Talk to us about how your team's mindset coming into this game in a hostile environment and what you needed to do.
I mean, they already told me that I have to be aggressive from the jump. Coming down in the halftime to a game for OSU, we was down 17, so we came into this game saying we're down 30. So we already got to have that mentality that we down. Never let up. Every possession is very important. We never stayed 2 up, 2 down, no high, no low. So we came in the game knowing that we had to play defense to win this game.
Yeah.
Destiny, you came in here. You never gave up the lead the entire game. Indiana came back and tied it several times, and that big three-pointer to tie it with 6.6 seconds remaining. What was it about your team that you had the grit today to not allow Indiana to ever take the lead in this game?
we know Indiana is a tough team. I give all respect to Indiana. They are a very, very, very special team. Offensively, they are very efficient, so we knew that we had to disrupt them a little bit, and that three that she hit was a big time. You know, big time players make big time shots, so we expected that, but we just stayed together after the shot.
Well, congratulations. Go enjoy with your team. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Miami's first time in the Sweet 16 since 1992. They knock off another #1 seed in this tournament. Stanford going down yesterday. Indiana going down today. Miami with the 70-68 win over Indiana. For Holly Warlick and our entire crew, I'm Brenda Van Lingen. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball on ESPN. Let's get you back to the studio.